Imagine you could anchor any habit so firmly in your life within just 30 days that it runs automatically, without willpower, without constant reminders. However, this only works if you avoid one crucial mistake that even psychologists have misunderstood for years. Because the science of self-discipline isn't based on motivation, but on this one neurological principle. What I'm showing you today is based on over 200 scientific studies from Harvard, Stanford University, and MIT. This method has already helped over 50,000 people transform their habits, from entrepreneurs who doubled their productivity to people who broke years-long bad habits in just 30 days. Today you'll learn why the 21-day myth sabotages you and what science really says. The neurological secret of microhabits that 90% of people overlook. The exact 4-phase formula to automate any habit in 30 days. And the one fatal mistake that causes 83% of all habit attempts to fail. But warning, what I'm about to show you contradicts everything you've heard about willpower. Here comes the first shock. The famous 21-day myth is complete nonsense. This number comes from the 1960s from a plastic surgeon named Maxwell Maltz. He noticed that his patients took about 21 days to get used to their new face. From this one observation, $1 million myth was born. The reality, researchers at University College London studied 96 people over 84 days. The result was shocking. On average, it took 66 days for a habit to become automatic. But here's where it gets interesting. The range was from 18 to 254 days. Why these huge differences? It comes down to 3 neurological factors that nobody explains to you. First, the complexity of the habit. Drinking a glass of water takes 18 days, 50 sit-ups, 84 days. Second, your neurological baseline. People with strong dopamine receptors form habits 40% faster. Third, the context trigger. This is where the real secret lies, which I'll reveal to you shortly. Now it gets really fascinating. Your brain has a built-in autopilot, the basal ganglia. This region is responsible for converting conscious actions into automatic routines. Imagine your brain is like a company. The CEO, your prefrontal cortex, makes conscious decisions. The CEO, your prefrontal cortex, makes conscious decisions. But he gets tired, stressed, overwhelmed. So he delegates routine tasks to the basal ganglia, the efficient department manager. Here's where the magic happens. Every time you repeat an action, the neural connection strengthens. With every repetition, the path gets clearer, faster and automatic. What once took effort now runs smooth on its own autopilot. And here's your real power. You can build new habits just like you can unlearn the old ones, because your brain is always changing, rewiring itself. Neuroplasticity, your hidden superpower. Scientists call this myelination. The nerve pathways get wrapped with a kind of insulation layer that makes signals 100 times faster. This explains why bad habits are so persistent. Your brain doesn't distinguish between good and bad. It simply automates everything you repeat often enough. But here comes the game changer. MIT researchers discovered that habits run in a neurological loop. Trigger, routine, reward. When you hack this loop, you can install any habit in record time. The key lies in micro-habits. Instead of trying to automate 60 minutes of exercise, you first automate putting on running shoes. This sounds ridiculous, but the neurology behind it is genius. Stanford professor B.J. Fogg revolutionized habit research with a simple insight. Motivation is unreliable, but tiny habits are unstoppable. His formula is brilliant. B equals MAT. Behavior occurs when motivation, ability and trigger occur simultaneously. The problem with most people, they rely on high motivation for difficult tasks. This works for 2 to 3 days, then the system crashes. The solution: make the habit so small that you can do it even on your worst day. Want to read daily? Start with 1 page. Want to meditate? Start with 1 breath. Want to exercise? Start with 1 push-up. Now comes the practical implementation. My 4-phase formula based on the latest insights in neuroplasticity. Phase 1, micro start, day 1 to 7. Reduce your habit to the absolute minimum. Want to walk 10,000 steps daily? Start with 100 steps after waking up. The goal: 0 resistance, 100% success rate. Phase 2, trigger coupling, day 8 to 14. Link your micro habit to an existing routine. After I make coffee, I walk 100 steps. This context dependency is neurologically crucial. Phase 3, gradual expansion, day 15 to 21. Now you increase slowly, maximum 10% per week. 100 steps become 110, then 120. Your brain barely notices the change. Phase 4, automation, day 22 to 30. In this phase, you feel it. The habit runs automatically. You don't have to think about it anymore. The basal ganglia have taken over. Now to the biggest habit killer, all or nothing thinking. Most people think, if I skip 1 day, everything is ruined. This is neurological nonsense. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania found a single miss has 0 impact on habit formation. The solution: the 80% rule. If you do your micro habit 8 out of 10 days, you're on the perfect track. Your brain doesn't need perfection, it needs consistency. The science of self-discipline is clear. Small habits, big results. But knowledge without action is worthless. So here's your task for today. Choose 1 habit, reduce it to 2 minutes or less. Start tomorrow with phase 1. And here's my promise: if you follow this 4-phase formula for 30 days, this habit will run automatically, not through willpower, but through neuroplasticity. If this video helped you, show it with a like. Subscribe to the channel for more evidence-based self-optimization strategies. Write in the comments, which habit do you want to build in the next 30 days? Remember, you have the power to program your brain. Science shows you how. Now it's up to you to take the first step. Click now on the video right there and continue your journey. Until the next video, stay scientific, stay consistent,